Well, Insight viewers recognize the right-of-way as a valuable resource in planning and sustaining your retirement. Heather Foster is an investment advisor and fiduciary. Today, we're going to talk about the CARES Act, all the changes that went through on Friday. There were a lot of things. I kind of read through parts of it. I understood part. I didn't understand part of it. The one thing that it specifically, or that we want to talk about, specifically the waiver of the RMDs.
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
Required minimum distributions. There's a lot in that act, and you're right, Charity. I'll probably talk again tomorrow about some of the CARE Act and some of the different areas that this affected. But the one that I want to talk about right now, which affects a lot of my clientele, which is the required minimum distribution. You've heard me talk about it over and over again because I'm normally reminding everyone, don't forget to take your required minimum distributions. It's a 50% penalty if you don't. However, they've waived them for 2020. And it's including all IRA accounts, including inherited IRA accounts, which means you do not have to pull money out of your account forced this year. Now, you may have your accounts already set up for an automatic.
Right.
And I would say 90% of people do, so that they don't miss them. They're set up to go out at certain times of the year, or maybe you're taking it monthly. If you don't need that money though, and you don't want to sell out of the market while the markets are low, this is what this act is doing for people, is it's saying, hey, you're not going to get forced this year to take out your required minimum distribution. So this affects a lot of people that were being forced to take money out. So you might want to, again, call your advisor if you've not already got called from them. I'm going to be sending out an email to all my clients today, in fact, a video email, letting them know that they don't have to take out their required minimum distributions. And right now it's looking like if you did already take yours, because maybe you are not aware, because we just got this law passed, it can be retroactive, which means you can put the money back in under the 60-day rule. And we're currently trying to verify whether you can do it under the other rules that changed, which is basically people can take money out of their IRA accounts without the early withdrawal penalty. If you're under the age of 59 and a half, you can spread your tax liability over 3 years and or put the money back. So that part of it is still, we're still trying to work through the translation of the legislation that we saw come through on Friday. But the required minimum distributions, you do not have to take them. So if you're already set up for automatics, you might want to call your advisor. Get those shut off if you do not need the money. If you do need the money, maybe you might take it from somewhere else right now. Maybe you've got a safer investment that is not taking this market downturn, and that's where you want to pull money to live off of until the end of the year, until we see the markets come back, so that maybe your IRA was invested, maybe you've got other money that's not so invested. Be strategic in the way that you're pulling money out of your accounts. We've talked a lot about that right now, to not be selling off in a low market, but this is an opportunity for people to leave their money in the market and or create a lower tax bracket for them, which in my opinion is a great opportunity for Roth conversions. If you don't have to take out your RMD this year, it's going to lower your taxable income, giving you a bigger opportunity for Roth conversions, which we've been all over Roth conversions in our office. We've been 15-hour days, 7 days a week right now, processing Roth conversions while this market is down. This gave us an extra bump to do these conversions because it's going to lower your income because you don't have to take out the required minimum distribution first. And that was one of the rules with the Roth conversions, is you had to take out the RMD first. So RMDs are waived for 2020. Make sure your advisor is talking to you. Make sure you've got a strategy behind if you're already set up for automatics. Otherwise, you don't have to take them this year.
That's a huge thing.
It's huge.
And somebody may not realize that they have an automatic, automatically coming out, maybe monthly or quarterly. So really, you ought to make that call to your financial advisor.
Financial planners we are busy right now, and we should be busy because all these changes and all these laws that we're seeing come down, they affect everyone, not just from those that have lost their jobs, but the retirees out there. There's a lot of tax strategizing that can be going on right now, a lot of ways that you can save money on taxes. Be strategic. So you should be communicating to your planner right now. And again, we're all very busy, so I'm sure, give us patience if we can't get back to you right away. But on my client book, we're going through every single person to make sure we're taking advantage of these.
Now's the time to take advantage of this situation. Make it work for you. Give Heather Foster a call, 234-2200. Check them out online. We'll be right back.